guests from India and Mauritius today in this webinar organized by Gandhi Smriti and Darshan Samiti, the National Memorial of Mahatma Gandhi, uh,
Piyush,
and Global Rainbow Foundation Mauritius as part of the 6th International Yoga Day. Namaste Yoga. We have with us a distinguished panel comprising of Sri Dipankar Shrigyanji, the Honorable Director of Gandhi Smriti and Darshan Samiti. We have with us Sri Armugam Parasuramanji, the founder, president of the Global Rainbow Foundation, Mauritius, who has joined us today. Thank you so much, sir. We have with us Dr. Manju Agarwalji, a naturopath and coordinator of programs, Gandhi Smriti and Darshan Samiti's programs in Bihar Central Prisons. Am I audible? Am I audible? Hello.
yes, you are audible.
Thank you. We have with us Madam Ruma Chakravarti. She is the founder of Factorize and an Indian music therapist. She is also a leadership and executive coach. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation to take part in this webinar today as part of the 6th International Yoga Day. I'd like to begin by quoting the Bhagavad Gita, which says, and I quote, Yoga is the journey of the self, through the self, to the self. It is, unquote, it is very well known by all of us that yoga is essential to create not just a balance of our physique, but also a balance in internal balance, which is very, very important as we are all progressing towards a rat race. And we have to look back into us. We have to concentrate, discover our own self, and yoga can really help us discover our own self. The initiative of the government of India, the Ministry of Culture, is also uh, to reach about 2 million people doing the Surya Namaskar. And why Surya Namaskar? Because the sun is also uh, known for giving energy, giving light, brightness to our life. More than anything else, the sun makes the beginning of a new day, even when it sets. But it again promises that a new beginning is there. So, and through this journey with all of us, uh, the sun remains through our life, guiding us in the right direction. Swami Vivekananda ji had said that all this bringing of the mind into a higher state of vibration is included in one word, yoga. To begin this, may I request Madam Ruma Chakravarti ji, who is also uh, an expert and exponent of Indian classical music, to begin this program with her prayer to the sun, salutations to the sun. Ruma Madam, please.
Sure. Thank you so much, Rajati. The Surya mantra that I'll be reciting just now. The meaning of the mantra is, may we know the Bhaskara, the sun. May we meditate on Divakara, the sun. May the Surya inspire us. Am I audible?
A little louder. Maybe you could come a little closer. We are audible, yes.
Yeah. Audible now? Okay. Bhaskaraaya विद्महे दिवाकराय धीमहि तन्नो सूर्या प्रचोदयात्। भास्कराय विद्महे दिवाकराय धीमहि तन्नो सूर्या प्रचोदयात्। Rajdeep, you're not audible.
Thank you. Am I audible now? Yes. Thank you so much, Madam. Thank you for the beautiful invocation. Uh, it has set a motion to our program. May I request the other participants who are joining to kindly stop present, let the program go on. May I invite the Honorable Director of Gandhi Smriti and Darshan Samiti, Shri Dipankar Shri Gyanji, to give his introductory remarks. Shri Dipankar Shri Gyanji is an administrative officer from the Jharkhand Administrative Services.
Hello.
Am I audible?
Hello. Raj,
Am I audible
sir,
now? Am I audible now, Pankaj?
sir, up. Yes, sir. No, sir.
Am I audible?
Audible, sir. Audible, sir. Audible, sir.
Audible? Yeah. Should I continue? Yes? Yes. Hello. There's some technical problem. Pankaj, is it okay now to start?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Start now.
Well, I have to start once again. Thank you, Ruma ma'am. Thank you very much for the wonderful invocation for leading us through the day. We are already under the spell of a solar eclipse, and I think the prayer is definitely going to heal the people around the world. Thank you so much. May I now invite the director of Gandhi Smriti and Darshan Samiti, Shri Dipankar Shri Gyanji, to give his introductory remarks and to also give us pointers for the day which will help us in our future course of action, not just today, but also in the future days to come. Uh, Shri Dipankar Shri Gyanji is an administrative officer from the Jharkhand Administrative Services. He, after joining Gandhi Smriti and Darshan Samiti, which is the National Memorial of Mahatma Gandhi, headed by the Honorable Prime Minister of India as its chairman, Gandhi Smriti and Darshan Samiti has had several milestones during his tenure. A person with a fantastic vision, I have the privilege to request him to kindly lead us forward along with his welcome address. Sir.
Good morning, everybody. It's my privilege that I have to welcome Mr. A. Parsuraman, Minister, Education, Arts, Culture and Science of Mauritius, and presently is the chairman of Global Rainbow Foundation. With us, the resource person is Dr. Manju Agrawal, who is a good naturopath and having so many feathers in her cap about the naturopathy. We have with us Dr. Uma Chakravarti, and recently we have heard her chanting the hymns with regard to sun on this auspicious day of eclipse. Almost more than 50 participants are with us. I welcome all of them in this 6th International Day of Yoga. Yoga is a tradition, a culture in India. The known history of yoga in India is more than 500,000 years, which technically means to unite, to live healthy. So the core issue of yoga is health and a discipline for health. 6 years back, Honorable Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi ji, introduced it as International Day of Yoga, and fortunately for us that all over the world this was accepted and celebrated with great zeal and vigor. The earliest known book on yoga is Yoga Sutra, having 190 sutra, and all these sutra, when you go through this Yoga Sutra, you will find that all relates to the different part of the body for their healthy well-being and for their maintenance. In India and particularly in Hinduism, everything is assigned to a god, and Lord Shiva is known as Adi Yogi. He is the first yoga master in the world, and he has so many yogic mudras attached to him, which exhibits how the body is disciplined, how the mind is disciplined, and how the health is attained. A healthy body always keeps healthy mind. That's the core. I think and seriously believe that yoga is the one and only way of life by which human being can be healthy without using any medicine. Why the human being? All the living creatures do yoga. If you see the animals, they also do some sort of yoga. If you see the plants, they also do some kind of activities. And they reflect activities exhibited by either by human being, plants, or animals are the part of yoga. yoga is basically so deep rooted in our system, particularly our the physical system of human being, that nobody can avoid yoga. Everybody does yoga in any form. Even in a deep sleep, we have a mudra for that, that is called yoga. When we see the Islamic world, we find that their prayer has so many mudras which are yoga. So yoga is not attached to any religion. Yoga is only attached to the well-being and health of the human being. Today, the webinar which is organized by Gandhi Smriti Darshan Samiti and which is doing it over a period of time, particularly in Tihar jail and for last 6 years with the different schools and colleges. I think, and I am serious belief that through this discussion and discourse today, the participants will be benefited and they will understand the real essence of yoga, how it is important, why it is important, and why yoga is the only answer for a healthy life for all the human beings throughout the world. I once again thank Mr. Parshuraman for sparing his time for this webinar, and I once again thank Anju Agrawal ji and Uma Chakravarti ji for their participation in the webinar as resource person, and I'm sure that their discussion will benefit the participants. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir, uh, for bringing out the sense of yoga, which is deep rooted in our culture. Thank you very much. I move forward to our next speaker, the Honorable Shri Armugam Parasuramanji. With a brief introduction with what Dr. Sir had mentioned about Sri Armugam Parasuramanji, I'd like to add on a little further. As a founder president of the University of the Third Age Mauritius Global Rainbow Foundation, Sri Armugam Parasuramanji, after highly appreciated services in Mauritius, he became a dedicated and renowned international civil servant, and he joined the World Bank in 1997 as education policy advisor and coordinator of the education component of the United Nations Spatial Initiative for Africa, administered by the World Bank. In 1998, he was appointed director of UNESCO's Division for the Renovation of Secondary and Vocational Education, and in 2000, he became the director of the same organization's Regional Bureau for Education in Africa before returning to UNESCO headquarters in Paris in 2004. With over more than 4 decades of experience, I have been in touch with Parasuramanji for this program, and he has been a busy man all through, with working for the pandemic, for some relief work, and so on and so forth. Sir, it's a pleasure to have you in this panel, as Dr. Sir had told, and I welcome you again, and I request you to kindly address the gathering. Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you very much, Rajdeep Patakji. Well, Sri Dipankar Sri Gyanji, Director, Gandhi Smriti and Darshan Samiti. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. Dr. Manju Rani Agarwal, naturopath and coordinator GSDS, Miss Ruma Chakravarti, founder Factorize, Indian music therapist and leadership executive coach. First of all, a yoga namaste to all of you. And I would like, first of all, to start by commending Gandhi Smriti and Darshan Samiti for inviting Global Rainbow Foundation to jointly celebrate the 6th International Yoga Day. Well, let me first of all express to you my great happiness at being associated with Gandhi Smriti. This sacred place for me is the place where I draw my inspiration, my energy in my mission of service to humanity. And I would just like to share with you, when I was appointed director of UNESCO New Delhi in 2009, before going to assume duty in my office, I went to Gandhi Smriti, meditated over the martyr place, and from there, I could see very clearly what was my mission in the service to humanity, in the service of the world. And there's one quotation of Gandhi which is very dear to me, inspires and guides me, is the one, the greatness of a nation is measured by how it treats its weakest members. And this, I think, to be the guiding principle. And with this determination, inspiration, I have set on the mission. In fact, Global Rainbow Foundation was set up as an inspiration since I retired from Delhi, and I have thereby, from that day, 2011 to date, I've decided to dedicate the whole of my life to service to humanity. And Global Rainbow Foundation is a foundation which was set up in 2011 to serve the most vulnerable group of society, and I've chosen the persons with disability. Well, coming to the theme, let me say that yoga is all about creating a balance in our life. It is about balancing our senses, balancing our body, soul, and mind in order to live healthy and live in peace. It therefore gives me immense pleasure to be in your midst to celebrate the 6th International Yoga Day with this webinar towards mental and physical wellness. In 2015, following Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi 2014 proposal for a specific date to celebrate yoga at the United Nations General Assembly, the 21st of June was officially declared as the International Day of Yoga by the United Nations General Assembly. I pay tribute to Sri Narendra Modi ji for this great initiative to take yoga and to share this gift from India to the whole world through this resolution. With its roots in India, yoga has spread like a panacea to the whole world. Yoga asanas are universally beneficial to one and all. Yoga enables the inner manifestation within its therapeutic, preventive, and rehabilitative potential. Its holistic and spiritual prowess has proven its wonders on the physical, mental, emotional, personal, and social well-being. Swami Gitananda Giri Guru Maharaj has aptly stated that yoga is a way of life. Global Rainbow Foundation has prioritized the children with disabilities and special needs in SEND schools in Mauritius. This is the group of people who are not so much exposed to yoga, who are not so much included in yoga classes and so on generally. Many of them cannot move to a place to do yoga. So therefore, we decided as our mission of service to the people who need support, therefore we have decided since 2 years ago to launch a major program of offering yoga to schools, special needs schools in Mauritius. We have so far done some 10 schools, and our plan is to go national with yoga for special needs students. We believe that children with special need should not be excluded from the yoga practice. Yoga assists them in gaining a higher degree of confidence, self-esteem, as well as come out of their inferiority complexes and marginalization. Yoga aids the SEND children to relax and build up their concentration and normalize their integration. It not only boosts the self-esteem of the children with special needs, but rejuvenate and strengthen their flexibility, muscles and body in general. Yoga is, to quote Sadhguru, the inner engineering which empowers the SEND beneficiaries. Our Global Rainbow Foundation teachers promote yoga in the SEND schools using the best yoga techniques appropriate for persons with disabilities, enhancing their health, adapting yoga asanas used by our yoga team or adapted to the different types of disabilities within the SEND community. It is in this perspective that Global Rainbow Foundation wants to operate on a national level in Mauritius to give the benefits of adaptive yoga to the children and people with disabilities across the island. I would like to begin with the fact that during this trying pandemic moment, yoga is the solution to enable an harmonious society and transformative selves, allowing us to overcome our weakness towards a becoming process. Therefore, adaptive yoga is a new normal to enhance the life and integration of children with disabilities. With these introductory words, allow me to make a brief PowerPoint presentation to highlight what we are doing in this field. So I hope you can see the presentation, right? If you can see it, my colleague, social worker from Global Rainbow, Pallavi, will be running the PowerPoint for me. Well, I come back to Gandhi because this is my source of inspiration. It is health that is the real wealth and not pieces of gold and silver. I think we all appreciate that. Next. Well, we all know the importance of yoga. It's the way for us to engage with the world to create harmony, and all the benefits are known to all of you. We've just enumerated that in the presentation. Next, Pallavi. Well, we have developed since 2 years, as I said, we are introducing in schools for children with disability a concept of holistic development, right? And so what we are doing, yoga is the main part of the program, but we also add to it music therapy. I'm sure Ms. Ruma Chakravarti will be happy to hear that, and I intend to benefit from her experience also for that. Then we also added laughter therapy. And the other one we added is art therapy. So these 4 therapies put together in a 1-hour class with the students has given them a lot of transformation. And our aim is, in very soon, we'll be having it all across the country with all schools for special needs. Next, madam. So you could see some of the postures, like warming up exercises, then hamstring stretch, next. Then we do the Titli Asana, butterfly posture, the Chaki Asana, churning the mill pose, Next. And this is a person who is in the picture there. He turned blind at the age of 19. Now he's a staff of GRF doing training, but he's also practicing meditation and yoga with us. And next. Well, there is no greater prize than a quiet, peaceful mind, Rashid Ogunlarud said. And with meditation added to the yoga, it has brought benefit like improving the immune system, reduces stress, reduces symptoms of anxiety and depression, improves sleep and reduces insomnia, improves mood and makes you happy. Next. Well, apart from yoga, as I've said, laughter therapy is a therapy that uses humor to help relieve pain and stress and improve sense of well-being. You'd agree with me when you go to a school of disabled children, very often they are stressed. You know, they are not as jovial, as lively in most cases. So with the yoga laughter therapy, we've created a new atmosphere, and the benefits are help them to cope with anxiety through relaxation and breathing, reduces stress due to the segregation of happiness hormones, and it relieves depression since it helped the people a more positive outlook on life. Next. Well, this is the Savasana relaxation, is a pose of total relaxation. This is also known as corpse posture. Then we have the meditative posture in which one lies on one's back, that is typically considered the final resting pose in yoga. Next. Benefits of relaxation, Savasana, is relaxes and calms the body, reduces blood pressure and anxiety, improves concentration and memory. And all these are very useful for children with disability, autistic children, physically disabled, and all other types of disability. Next. Next, Paravia. So we have made an assessment of the impact of yoga in St. schools, and we could see that children enjoy the holistic session and ask for more session. They impatiently wait for the teachers to come the following week. And they have the special needs children are calmer and more relaxed. This is the feedback we have. They enjoy doing yoga postures and do it with all their heart, as seen in previous slides. They help them to see the brighter part of life. And also when we do art therapy with them, they paint, they draw more colorful and lively pictures, and they enjoy and embrace each moment of their life. Next, Pallavi. Well, art therapy is another useful tool that we are using. Is the use of creative techniques, drawing, painting, collage, colorings, or sculpting to help them express themselves artistically and examine the psychological and emotional undertones in their art. Next. And art therapy helps children, adolescents, and adults explore their emotions, improve their self-esteem, manage addiction, relieve stress, improve symptoms of anxiety and depression, and cope with the physical illness of disability. Artwork, and you could see the fun they have in class. And these are some of the artwork we've done over the year. Next. Well, this is the concluding part. I would like to thank all of you for listening to my presentation. But let me say, today is a coincidence, as you know. It's a World Yoga Day, but it's also World Music Day, right? And therefore, yoga. My final quote is: yoga is almost like a music in a way. There's no end to it. So let's celebrate Yoga Day, Music Day, and all by paying tribute to the great India for giving this to the world. Thank you very much, and namaste.
Namaste, sir. Namaste. Thank you very much. Yes, we all know that it's also the World Music Day as we are celebrating the 6th International Yoga Day. Thank you so much for bringing it back to us again. I mean, music heals. I know it very well, and we all know that music heals. Music, as you said rightly, music therapy can strengthen and reinforce areas of speech, cognitive abilities, motor coordination, and range of motion. I think you have made us go to a person who has an expertise on treating patients in a very natural way. Dr. Manju Agarwal, with her naturopathy techniques and an experience of over almost 30 years now, Dr. Manju Agarwal ji. We see her here. Hello, Dr. Manju Agarwal. Namaste, Yoga.
Namaste, Yoga. Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning, Rajdeep. Good morning, everyone. Shri Dipankar, Shri Gyanji, Director Gandhi Smriti and Darshan Samiti.
Manju Agarwal ji, we can't see you.
You can't see me?
Okay. No, can't see you properly. Yes, now we can see you.
Now
yes.
You can see? Okay.
I can, yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Shri Dipankar, Shri Gyanji, Director Gandhi Smriti and Darshan Samiti. Shri Argoman Parshuramanji, Founder, President, Global Rainbow Foundation, Mauritius, Ms. Ruma Chakravarti ji, and all distinguished guests. In the webinar, I, Dr. Manju Agarwal, will now speak about the naturopathy. Naturopathy is a drugless therapy. There is no side effects of this naturopathy. So I'll show in my presentation. What is naturopathy? Naturopathy is a system of man building in harmony with the constructive principles of nature on the physical, mental, moral, and spiritual planes of living. It has great health promotive, disease preventive, and curative, as well as restorative potential, according to Dr. Lindleher. Naturopathy is a system of stimulating the body's inherent power to regain health with the help of five great elements of nature, namely earth, water, fire, ether, and air. As you know, that this universe is also made up of the five elements, and our body is also made up of the five elements. These great five elements are ether, air, fire, water, and earth. Ether, the therapeutic use of this ether is in naturopathy, we do the fasting. Fasting therapy is a very vast subject. In the air element, the therapeutic uses of this air element is pranayama and the yoga. In the sun, the fire, the third element. The therapeutic uses of this one is sun bath, color therapy. In this, we teach how to charge the water, how to charge the oil, how to charge the sugar globules, etc. And then fourth one is the water element. Therapeutic uses are, we do in the both ways, internal and the external. In the external, we do the kunjal, enema, and in the external, various type of baths, that is the hot and cold bath, steam inhalation, wet sheet pack, etc. In the earth element, the therapeutic uses are mud therapy and the diet therapy. According to the naturopathy, the cause of the disease is accumulation of toxic matter in the body. Imbalance of the five elements is also the cause of the disease according to the naturopathy. Why naturopathy? For stay healthy. Science of health and healthy living helps in attaining freedom from disease, helps in acquiring positive and vigorous health, changes the living habits of people and teaches them correct and healthy lifestyle. What naturopathy can offer? Holistic lifestyle, positive attitude towards life, increases vitality, increases work efficiency, keeps mind and body in a balanced state. Principles of naturopathy. Nature is the greatest healer. The entire body of the patient is treated and renewed, not only the disease. Patients suffering from chronic ailments are also treated successfully in comparatively less time. The suppressed diseases are brought to surface and removed permanently. Treats all the aspects like physical, mental, social, and spiritual at the same time. Therapeutic uses of naturopathy, simple, safe, and easy to follow. No cost effective. Science and art of healing, prevention of diseases, treatment of diseases, rehabilitation of patients, and it is a drugless treatment. Diet therapy. The food must be taken in natural form as far as possible. Fresh seasonal fruits, fresh green leafy vegetables, and sprouts are excellent. Broad classification, there are the three types: eliminative, soothing, and constructive diet. Nutrition and diet therapy: nutrition, digestion, metabolism, circulation, and elimination. Nutritional status refers to the state of one's nutrition. Wellness, state of good health and optimal body function requires good nutrition. Now, nutrition plays a large role in determining height, weight, strength, skeleton, and muscle development, physical agility, resistance to disease, appetite, posture, complexion, mental ability, emotional and psychological health. Immediate effects of good diet includes healthy appearance, good attitude, proper sleep and bowel habits, high energy level, enthusiasm, freedom from anxiety. Introduction of yoga. Yoga is the science of strengthening and improving the physical, mental, and spiritual state of human being. Yogic exercise help to promote an all-round well-being in an individual. Yoga helps to recharge the body with cosmic energy to attain perfect equilibrium and harmony. So, yoga is the perfect tool for curing all kinds of disorder and disease. Holistic approach of yoga. As you can see in this one, yoga increases and what it reduces. Increases feeling of wellness, positive attitude, energy levels, memory attention, concentration, social skills, self-acceptance, flexibility, strength, and yoga reduces anxiety and stress, depression and tension, sugar and cholesterol levels, increased hemoglobin and hyperthyroidism, weight, cell deterioration, blood pressure, arthritis, tension in muscles. These things can be reduced with the yoga. Now, benefits of yogic lifestyle: physical fitness, mental fitness, curing different diseases, improving work efficiency, self confidence, concentration, relaxation, stress relief, improving relationship. Now, this is the yoga and the mudra. There are the some asanas, pranayama, meditation, relaxation. As you can see in the mudras, these five elements are present in our both hands on the upper part of the fingers. According to the hand yoga, Hast Mudra, we can increase or decrease or balance any element. It can work like a switchboard, electric switchboard. So this works like it flows the cosmic energy in our body. So there are some mudras called different mudras. We can treat many diseases. So and we can keep ourselves healthy. So there are the asanas. This is the Tadasana and the pranayama. You see the pranayama, that is also the nadi shodhan. It works in our sympathetic and the parasympathetic in our nervous system. So the pranayama means longevity in the life. So the yoga is the therapy we can heal ourselves and live a long, healthy life. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Manju Agarwalji. Thank you very, very much. I think that was a wonderful presentation. We may be having many questions in our mind. Please kindly write those questions in the chat box. We have one more resource person to talk about music therapy, as Sri Parasuramanji had just mentioned. It is also uh, World Music Day, and Rumaji had very generously accepted to give a demonstrative lecture on this occasion. So she's going to. Am I audible? Hello. So she's going to speak. She's going to speak about uh, how music therapy helps in healing, how and how it makes you a better human being. As I said, she's a founder of Factorize. She's also a leadership and executive coach, and she juggles between these two professions with passion. She has dedicated her research for this cause, and she has been giving lectures at several uh, places on different occasions. Uh, and this her research has been based uh, thoroughly on her interactions with other music therapists, museologists, and experts, and through workshops and sessions that she understands the uh, what people are what people need. I have the pleasure and inviting Ruma Chakravarti ji to kindly deliver her presentation. Ruma ji, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Yasmin, for introducing me and giving me and this title of music therapist, Indian music therapist. I am still a student of Indian music therapy, and every day, every session teaches a lot of things. So thank you so much. And am I audible?
Yes, you are. You are. You
All
are.
right. Thank you.
You are.
So
You are.
yeah.
Yes. Now you know.
Namaste. I thank Gandhi Smriti and Darshan Samiti, New Delhi, and the Global Rainbow Foundation, University of Third Age, Mauritius, for giving me this opportunity to speak on an important topic towards mental and physical wellness. The topic becomes all the more relevant when we speak about it on the International Yoga Day and World Music Day. And at a time when all of us are experiencing this pandemic and a much of emotional, physical, mental burnout and exhaustion. I thank all the speakers for setting the environment so right. I thank uh, Dipankar Shri Gyanji, Parasuramanji, and Dr. Manju Agarwalji. Thank you so much. And also, I thank all the viewers who have joined us today. As already Rajdeep has introduced that I am a leadership and executive coach and Indian music therapist, and I do a lot of research in this two particular area of integral training or coaching genre, you can say, or mostly in applied field. Today, I would speak about influence of nada and Indian music as therapy for balancing mental and physical wellness, right? So nada and Indian music are very much integrally associated with our yogic practices, Nada Yoga. They're part of yogic practices and Nada Yoga. Yeah. As today is also World Music Day, so I believe the topic will gel with the thought. So I would, in short, discuss the therapeutic essence of Indian music for today's generation and for children having special needs and for elderly. So already Sri Parashuramanji has given some introduction, and I'm so delighted that he has said it already. And whatever I discuss today will be from my personal experience. To start with, what is nada? Yeah? Nada is dhvani. Nada is sound. So nada is created from pranavayu, that is na, and da. Da is agni. So metaphorically, agni is energy, right? So when na and da come together, what happens? Creation happens, life happens, vibration and sound happen, right? So nada is so important for us that way. So when we are born, the very first thing we do is we breathe, right? And as we breathe, a very subtle, vibration follows, and that gives rise to the inner subtle nada. And that breathing and subtle nada holds the key to our balanced living, our emotional, our psychological, our physical balance, right? And this nad or the energy flow through our nadis, specifically speaking, 72,000 nadis. And when the flow is without any hindrance, we breathe well and we remain healthy and we are balanced. So I will just like to quote Dr. Manju Agarwal ji. Just now she spoke about, removal of toxins. If we are toxin free, we are healthy, right? So when nada or breathing, when we can breathe well or when the nada flows well, when we are toxin free. And it is so apt. This is so relevant, and this is so echo the thought of the nada as well as the internal sound and the music that I'll be speaking about in a little while. And also, as yogic practice says, breathing is the most important aspect of our holistic health, right? Now, once we start growing up, with our lifestyle, external stimuli, eventually our own nada, internal nada, gets covered up. How? By different stimulus, like our mind remains preoccupied with 90% of unnecessary thoughts, thoughts from different social media, from internet, from chats, from a lot of other places, and when it should be still and focused, right? And our body remains still when it should be active. Active meaning it should be in sync with our mind and thought. So basically, we are leading an upside down life, ulta life, right? Which we thought was normal, but actually is not normal. So in this process, what is happening? We are actually detaching us from ourselves. We listen to everything else, we listen to everyone else, except we listen to us. We do not listen to us, but everyone else, right? So, and we lose the tuning or the balance. We disconnect ourselves from our core. So the result is mild blockages in our nadi system that affects the flow of nada, that affects the flow of breathing, and eventually we have energy depletion, we have vibration misalignment, and finally we have the disorders and diseases, right? Even modern science now, so energy basically is, energy and vibration basically are the key to healthy living, along with breathing, right? Even the modern science mentions that energy depletion is the major reason for various diseases, something like lifestyle diseases, neurodegenerative diseases, autism spectrum disorder. Very recent research by Dow Wallace has revealed all this. Yeah, he was working in this field for the past 50 years. Now, when our body does not have energy, or we have less energy in our body, we must acquire that energy to keep ourselves healthy and moving and living, yeah, and going forward. So either we generate the energy from our body, that is from inside, or we acquire the energy from outside. There are the two choices. One of the most effective natural sources to acquire energy is sound energy from music. That is the audible sound. Now, how this audible music or musical sound is connected to the internal nada, right? Or how this outer audible music that we listen to can help with harmonizing our inner nada, so that we become harmonized or balanced. Now, the internal subtle nada that we spoke about just now, as our musicologists mentioned, originates from the Brahma Granthi. It moves upwards and manifests as sapta swaras from different body parts. Right? So, and what we hear as sapta swaras, as melody, through melody, is in turn the expression of our internal swaras or internal nada. Thus, we have nad inside and the corresponding musical sound outside through sapta swaras, through melody. It can be any melody that is made up of the musical sound, right? Now, we just have to make this two resonate so that the sound, energy, and vibration from melody produced by, say, saptaswaras through singing, through musical instrument, yeah, entering our system can help balance the internal energy and the vibration, yeah, and harmonize that. So this is called, resonance harmonics in the terms of physics. So this is the basis of Indian music therapy with audible music. And I'm not going into the science behind it, where, a lot of it has been processed, the sound has been processed, and, how neurochemicals are generated. So let's not go to it today. So, so we know that now the outer like sound energy and vibration from the outer music that we audible music that we produce outside can balance us because they can be harmonized. Yeah? And this can happen only with regular, systematic, and targeted music intervention. Only then a sustainable result can be obtained. And also it depends on many factors such as what food you are eating, what sort of lifestyle or habits you have. So for say normal requirements like fatigue or say relaxation, one can use or one can choose a suitable music wisely and then listen to it. But for specific requirement, please consult a music therapist because they know the best how to design relevant music therapy and administer that. Right? Another point, practice your silence. Love your silence. Silence produces the best of sounds, and those are your inner sounds. Now, how you can practice silence with music? Pick a soothing music of your choice. Listen to it for 10 minutes, closing your eyes, yeah? And then stop the music. Let the music, reverberate in your mind. Soak in the music completely. And then see the change. It's kind of you're taking an inner bath with the music. Yeah? It washes away a lot of worries and gives immense strength to to survive in the toughest of the times. So this is for say still mind, right? The music choice you can use for still mind. Now, what about the active body? So when we are celebrating International Yoga Day, what can be better than Yogasana? One of the aspects of yoga practices, along with other yogic practices. Yeah? And also, rhythmic music is very helpful for attaining harmonious music, mind and body when you are exercising with suitable music, rhythmic music. This enables, more oxygenated blood flow from the heart to the brain to the central nervous system, and as a result, breathing becomes better. Your metabolism becomes better, and balance, coordination, and overall gross motor skill becomes much, much better.
Ruma
So
ma'am,
these
can
are
you just
some,
put the mic closer to you? Yes, please
yeah,
put
yeah.
the mic close. Thank you.
So that way, rhythmic music helps you, to breathe better, to have the metabolism better, have better balance, coordination, overall, and gross motor skill becomes better, right? Now, so these were some generic aspects for music therapy for people at ages, especially today's generation of youngsters and professional students for better mental and physical harmony. And now let me, let us discuss a few practical aspects of music therapy for children with special needs. These children are beautiful and they absorb things as you do with love and compassion. Already, Sri Ramanji has set the stage for it and he has shown beautiful, experiences, shared beautiful experiences with us, how he is using yoga and music therapy, art therapy, etc. This I'll just show you how we use this in multimodal solutions that we are doing. It echoes exactly his thoughts as well. So most of them, those children are extremely receptive to music because music is intrinsic to all of us. Yeah, and they have varied requirements. We have to remember that they have varied requirements depending on the condition. So in my session, I use a mix of mantra, alap, swaralap, sargam, simple lyrical music, bol, tal, instruments, etc. And I'm specifically practicing Indian music therapy, so I can speak about all the elements and techniques of Indian music that is related to Indian music only, right? So these are used in a creative manner and say with visual cues, etc. and as relevant for the symptom I'm targeting. And that is very, very important. Now, for example, Sargam, bold lyrics etc., are found to be very effective for improving oral motor movements of children or adults having speech issue, or for other children also having different disabilities or special abilities. So say single syllables or sargam with the movement of hands work very well. Something like, if you can hear me, something like, sa re ga ma. So what am I doing here? I'm giving a complete sensory stimulus to them so that they associate their music experience from the swaras, from the melody, from the lyrical music, and they associate that with their own body parts. They have complete sensory stimulus like visual, auditory, and the kinesthetic. Everything is coming together, and that is so much important. You have to involve them in the process, yeah, and that gets registered in their memory. And with the repeated intervention, they can reproduce those over time, not immediately, but they get reproduced over time, depending on the case, yeah. And these also work for improving their symptoms. Yeah, I do not use the term cure because uh, it's always better to go with preventive and improving the symptoms, because that's what music therapy aims at. I also found that children with autism spectrum disorders get attracted to patterns like simple patterns like lift sound or sound of calling them, like ting tong, yeah. So, and they continuously produce it, like ting tong, ting tong. So what we need to do, we have to find those cues from them and design melody that attract them. Like say, sa re ga ma pa pa ga ga ma ma re re, sa sa ga ga re re ma ma. Yeah. So these sort of things attract them. With double syllables, attract them a lot. Yeah. And also say simple swara like re ga ma pa da pa sa ni da pa da ma pa ga ma da re ni sa ga re ni sa. So what I'm doing with this mallet, I'm just tapping different receptors in their body, like say finger, thigh, those receptors. So they get associated with it, and they actually get involved in the process. So maybe it is for hyperactive kid, maybe for adults. Yeah. So this becomes very, very effective for them. Now, important is therapy design should be relevant to the case. Administration should be systematic, and repeating is a must. They need time to learn. Yeah, we need to give them the time to learn, make those as part of their mental map, as part of their habit, and in this manner, their speech, their social interaction, cognition, executive control start to improve depending on the case. Yeah? To just mention about a case of a 4-year-old boy that I'm handling just right now. He's having speech issue and hyperactivity. Recently, I narrated the same. It's very recent case. So when I started music therapy with him, having speech issue and hyperactivity, he would speak just a few syllables. He would not be able to, combine the syllables to speak words, and a statement or sentence was out of question at that time. Yeah, and then due to hyperactivity, his attention span also was very low. So all my sessions will start with Gayatri Mantra, Om chanting, followed by the relevant therapy pieces, therapeutic pieces, musical pieces, or tal, whatever is relevant for the condition. So in this case, it was speech and hyperactivity. So these will be administered in structured mode, like one after the other, one after the other, and in repeated intervention. And I'll change my therapy in the. I don't change my therapy frequently. I give repeated intervention for a long time, and then I change it so that it settles in them. Yeah. And you won't believe, on 19th or the 20th session, I think, he spoke Om Bhur Bhuva with melody, exactly the way I used to sing. So this was such a wonderful experience to see in front of my eyes, and the result was very fast. Yes, we do not really get so much fast results. But this was a different case altogether, a special case. That's why I thought I'll be sharing with you. And this was his very first statement ever he spoke. Yeah, he not only joined syllables to make words, but also he joined words to make sentence. And it was very, very wonderful and special experience. And then he, spoke other syllables, other tal, like, ba, tin, na, tin, na. Especially for speech, it is very, very useful. So this is an ideal situation. Sometimes it will happen that you walk into a session of the child is patiently and find that the child throws everything on your face and cries and does not just want to take part in the session. What do you do in that case? The mantra is try with them to make them laugh, fall with them to help them rise, yeah, sing as they do to let them sing as you want, beat the drum as they beat to let them beat the drum as you want. So these are some of the modes of using Indian music therapy with special children that I use. Now, let me show you one of the videos. Video meaning it is a compilation of pictures to explain how we work with multimodal approach for elderly patients. Yeah? So let me just share my screen. Can I share, Razi?
Yes, yes, please do, please do, please
Yeah.
do, please do. If anybody in the meantime has any question, please kindly put it across in the chat box.
Yeah, here you can see. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. So here, this is also an example of visual cue that I use a lot for working with special children. Here you see the lyrics of a song has been broken down into, visual experiences like Chanda Chanda Mama, aaj mere ghar aana. In the second time, you can see the stars are also included with Chanda Mama. साथ में तारे सितारों को अपने संग ले आना. So these are some of the experiences, visual cue that we give, so that they can create that map, they can register, and they can produce it later. So now let me take you to the next. Yeah, here is the multimodal approach that we use for children, for elderly, for professionals, all that Sri Shiramanji was mentioning, art therapy and the different musical games, silence, as I was speaking about, music, mantra, and keeping and creative visualization. So keeping Indian music in the at the center, we use all this, modes so that it becomes very effective and interactive. So they have to be accepting to the therapy. So we have to keep in mind always. So now I'll be taking you to one of the examples. Like it's a few activities from a single group therapy session at a senior citizen home that was targeted to memory boosting and to boost some of fine motor skills, so both mental and physical. So we conduct our sessions regular with them. So this was for a particular one particular session. I just compiled it to demonstrate. So we always start with Om chanting and Yogasana with them. You can see the activities started with Yogasana, and the activity of the day was after Yogasana, all the participants need to sing a song that relates to their happy childhood and adulthood memory and narrate the memory along with the song. This allows them to look inward, be mindful, and get connected to happy memories. Yeah. Also, this activates the area of the brain that enables them to look inward. What I'm telling you is experimentally proven by University of North Carolina. It's a huge memory booster, this particular activity. And especially when people are living in a home, away from home, it becomes all the more relevant for them. And they had a blast in this session and very participative, and they were narrating their stories, and it was very heartwarming, all the experience. And we evolved along with them. And secondly, you can see the sensory stimulus here. And this is very important. See, yeah, holding a hand. There are many people who will not be able to take part in the activities. So especially when we were doing the clapping activity for sensory stimulus, she was not able to because she is functionally not able. So you have to hold a hand. You have to show your compassion and love, just the way you show with the children having special needs, and make them part of the activity so that they become they feel that they are also part of it and not they're not reclusive of the whole process. Yeah, so this is very, very important. And you can see here also in the other here also another person. So this is how we actually focus both on mental and physical upliftment of each of the music therapy sessions, whether it is for targeted therapy for an individual, and you can say cheers to life, cheers to life to all of us on the International Yoga Day and World Music Day. And whether for targeted music therapy and for group therapy, this is very, very important to uh, keep focus on mental and physical activity. Now here you can see in this collection of pictures, it's a session at the top left. It's a session with a special child. You know, he is having the pranam namaskar symbol. So he was, I was chanting a mantra. He was listening to it. So we always make sure yogic practices to some extent, whether able or not, we just try to give some practices to everyone. So if somebody cannot do it, it's fine, but we just try from our side. Bottom left, you can see it was an important, very important workshop at All India Institute of Speech and Hearing, Mysore, where we discussed on like how music could be included in the education of children having special needs, and a lot of good outcome was witnessed from this particular workshop. Now, top right, you can see music meditation of elderly. So, music meditation is in the line of yoga nidras. Yeah, but it is with all the musical elements and musical activities that is done through music meditation. And the bottom right, you can see one case with rheumatoid arthritis. Okay, let me be very clear. I did not work on any symptoms of the disease. It's totally a medical case. What I focused on was only on her gait issue and posture issue. Yeah. So yogasana with music and music therapy offered excellent outcome here. When she was not able to, stand straight without a stick, or walk comfortably without a stick. But yogasana with music and music therapy actually helped her a lot, and she started standing straight, as you can see, as much as visible, and she started walking confidently even up to the dining hall. Yeah, so we got a wonderful result also here. But what we were not successful for this case was the posture, because it was a progressive case and we were not able to work on the posture properly. We really did not work, but at least whatever worked, it worked very well. So this next, this is again another session for the international workshop at Pondicherry. Then another a session at corporate house. It was a toilet, I think. That included, balancing leadership mindset with the the yoga and music as workshop and at Toyota. And then you can see there are other workshops like, in a university for the students, how Nadan yoga and music is important for, the keeping the sanity of students when they're having a lot of stress, and for some other general, people. So these are some of the activities that I wanted to show you. The idea is, yeah, yeah. So let me just stop sharing the screen. Give me one moment. That's okay. So the idea is to spread the word how music therapy is accepted by different segments of people having different needs. So to conclude, I would like to emphasize again on the fact that music and rhythm really works. They are two most innate and internal inherent attributes that heal us naturally. So use those wisely and for retuning and for reconnecting to yourself. Listening to yourself, listen to yourself and to your core, and use.
Somebody has muted. Guma madam, just see your mic has been muted.
Okay, sorry. So,
Yes, can you just conclude once again? Yeah.
Yeah. To conclude, I would like to emphasize again on the fact that music and rhythm are the two most internal and innate attributes that we like naturally. So use those wisely to reconnect to yourself and retune to yourself, or retuning to yourself. Listen to yourself. Talk to people. And for specific requirements, please reach out to music therapists or to any other experts you feel relevant. Yeah. Take good care of yourself and your tribe. And thank you so much.
Well, thank you. That was wonderful. Presentation. I think for those experts and specialized in this field of uh, dealing with children with special abilities or elderly people in their age groups, I think this is very helpful even for us people who have elderly people at home. I think this is very important how we should take care of them. Thank you so much. Wonderful again for a wonderful presentation. It's a World Music Day. I think we will ask you to sing a line apart from what you have just hummed. Those were just humming. Maybe just to uh, put a conclusion to your presentation, because we have one Surya Namaskar video which will be played, and one very special presentation from Mauritius, a video which Sri Parasuramanji had shared with us of a young girl who had sung Raghupati Raghav Rajaram. Uh, yeah, but something which you'd like to sing for today, for our all our guests in India and abroad.
Okay, can I sing a Bandish maybe?
Yeah, please. I mean, yes.
A short Bandish, like just a few lines of a Bandish. So, okay, I'll go with a happy,
Yes.
tune, not any intense tune. It's a Bandish from Rag Bihar. I generally sing it a lot, so that's why I thought I'll share.
Yeah. And can you put the mic closer to your?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
because we need to hear that. Yes.
साजन वायो मोरी मंदिरवा साजन वायो मंदिरवा तेरी सखी मैं हूँ बावरिया तेरी सखी मैं हूँ बावरिया साजन वायो मोरी मंदिरवा साजन वायो मोरी मंदिरवा. Thank you so much. I'm done. Yasdeep, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Once, okay. There is a thank you, Ruma ma'am. Thank you. I mean, this I think this is not the finale, but then you have really made it a wonderful session. All the speakers, Dr. Manju Agarwalji, Sri Parasuramanji, setting the tone to the entire thing, Director Gandhi Smriti and Darshan Samiti, Sri Dipankar Sri Kyanji. It has been a really focused discussion today, and key takers, people who are really working into this field, people who want to benefit from whatever has been said, I think will do the needful. My friend Mr. Manish from Bhuma Infotech, uh, uh, has a small presentation, and it's again going with what the government of India. It's Namaste Yoga and reaching 2 million Surya Namaskar people through Surya Namaskar. Please enjoy the video.
Hari Om. Pranam. My name is Varun. Today we are practicing Surya Namaskar, the sun salutation. It has 12 asana which are practiced with mantras. In the yogic text mentioned Aditasya Namaskaran ye kurvanti dine dine ayu pragya balam virya tejas tesham च जायते. First asana is Pranam Asana. Inhale, raise your both hand and join your both palm and come in Pranam Asana. Relax. Exhale. Step number 2, Hast Uttan Asana. Inhale, stretch arms up and gently arch back. Step number 3, Padhastasana. Exhale, bend forward from the waist. Keep the spine erect. As you exhale completely, bring the hands down to the floor, beside the feet. Try to touch your forehead to knee. Asana number 4, Asvasanchal Asana. Inhale, push your right leg back as far back as possible. Bring the right knee to the floor and look up. Ensure that the left feet exactly in between the palms. Asana number 5, Parvat Asana. Exhale and take your right leg back and place it in position with your left leg. Now raise your buttock and keep your head between your hands and try to tilt your head more inverted. Asana number 6, Ashtang Namaskar. As you hold your breath, bring your body forward. Let it touch the ground at 8 points, to feet, to knees, to hands, chest and chin. Asana number 7, Bhujangasana. Inhale, slide forward and raise the chest up into the cobra pose. You may keep your elbows bent in this pose with the shoulder away from the ears. Look up, come back. Step number 8, Parvat Asana. Exhale, lift the hips and the tailbone up to bring the body into an inverted V pose. Try to going deeper into the stretch. Asana number 9, Ashwashanchalasana. Inhale, try to rack right feet forward in between the hands. The left knees goes down on the floor. Press the hips down and look up. Asana number 10, Padhasta Asana. Exhale, bring the left foot forward, keep the palm on the floor. You may bend the knee if necessary. Otherwise, to touch your forehead to the knee. Inhale, stretch arms up and gently arch back. Exhale, step number 12, come back. Pranam Asana. Thank you very much. Pranam.
Thank you so much. Manish, just one second. Manish, just one second. Uh, Thank you so much, Manish. Thank you so much, Yogacharya Varun, for giving us this wonderful presentation. Uh, Friends, this young girl, Miss Jane Constance, has challenged the odds and has established herself as a singer with a mission. She has never let her visual impairment obstruct her abilities and has turned every odds against her into an opportunity. And she has been gathering praises and titles worthy of her achievements. She was named as the Global Rainbow Foundation's ambassador in 2013. During her attendance at the conference on ICTs and persons with disabilities in India in 2014, Jane Constance visited Gandhi Smriti, the national memorial of Mahatma Gandhi, the place where Gandhiji had lived and the place where he attained his martyrdom, and where she felt immensely inspired to walk alongside the footsteps of the great Mahatma Gandhi. And now she wants to become a lawyer. She studies to become a lawyer. Today, because of certain circumstances, she is not available with us, but she really wanted all of us to uh, share her video and express a solidarity with all of us, and also pay her tribute to Gandhiji through this hymn of Gandhiji, Raghupati Raghav Rajaram, which is his favorite hymn. And she affectionately calls grandfather to Mr. Armugam Parasuram. Can we have the video, please, before the vote of thanks? Ram, Patita Pavana, Sitaram, Raghupati Raghava, Rajaram, Patita Pavana, Sitaram, 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 Bhaje pyare tu Sitaram, Raghupati Raghava Rajaram, Patita Pavana Sitaram. Ishwar Allah ke guna sabko sanati de Bhagwan. Ishwar Allah ke guna sabko sanati de Bhagwan. Raghupati Raghava Rajaram, Patita Pavana Sitaram, Raghupati Raghava Rajaram, Patita Pavana Sitaram. Jaya Raghunandana, Jaya Siya Ram, Janaki Vallabha Sitaram, Jaya Raghunandana, Jaya Siya Ram, Janaki Vallabha Sitaram, Raghupati Raghava Rajaram, Patita Pavana Sitaram, Raghupati Raghava Rajaram, Patita Pavana Sitaram, Patita Pavana Sitaram, Patita Pavana Sitaram. you. Thank you so much. May I now request Ms. Natasha to kindly propose the vote of thanks as we come close to uh, this webinar today. Miss Natasha, if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you, Mr.
Yes,
Rajdeep.
Miss Natasha is from the Global Rainbow Foundation in Mauritius, and she's an art therapist. She's also a yoga trainer. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, Rajdeep, sir. So we are now concluding the webinar. We would like to thanks to the director, Shri Dipankar, and Shri Gyan director, Gandhi Srimiti and Darshan Smiti. Thank you, sir, for sharing a brief story on yoga and also to make us aware of the importance of yoga in our life. Uh, we would like to thank Sri Amugam Raman, founder president of the Global Rainbow Foundation, Mauritius, Dr. Manju Agarwal, and Ms. Ruma Chakravarti for sharing the knowledge of yoga and holistic therapies such as music, art, and laughter, and promoting healthy lifestyle for everyone and also for the special needs. Thank you to all the participants. Thank you, everyone.
I,
Thank you.
on behalf, I, on behalf of Gandhi Smriti and Darshan Samiti, would like to thank the director of Gandhi Smriti and Darshan Samiti, Shri Dipankar, Shri Gyanji, uh, Shri